Previously on Thirst for Red. Chapter 3. Part 2 of 2. Tsukishima sent you a message. Hinata rushed to open the mail. Hinata Shoyo's phone. Tomorrow. You. Me. At the station. 10 a.m., sharp. Tsukishima went offline. Monday, 8:37 a.m. Hinata tiptoes his way, bedroom to front door. Ni-chan? Where are you going? Natsu made Hinata jump from surprise. And Natsu? You're awake? Of course I am. It's already 8:30 in the morning. You missed breakfast. Oh yeah. Haha. Smiling face with open mouth and cold sweat. Ni-chan, you didn't answer me. Hinata struggles to keep it a secret from Natsu. Natsu has incredible radar. She knows. He was all dressed up. It's too obvious not to notice. Haha. Smiling face with open mouth and cold sweat. I remembered I forgot my notebook at Tsukishima, so I'm going over to get it. Is that so? Right when he thinks he was able to fool her, he rushes to open the front door. But Ni-chan, you will see him tomorrow at school. He can return it then, right? Why bother going now? Natsu was spot on. Hinata couldn't get away with it now. Hinata turned to face Natsu once again. Ahahaha. Smiling face with open mouth and cold sweat. That's right. Well. Hinata tried to rack his brain for the best excuse he could muster. Tsukishima, we decided on studying today too. Hinata gave her the widest grin to sell an obvious lie. Study. Thinking face, smirking face. Natsu wanted to tease him more, but she decided to let it go. Knowing that his brother and Tsukishima will be going on a date was enough to satisfy it. She gathered yesterday was a success. Okay Ni-chan. Take care. Hinata smiled in triumph. I'm heading out. I already told mom so she knows. See you later, Natsu. Natsu jumped to hug Hinata before he leaves. Monday, 8:57 a.m. Hinata was almost at the station. Hinata Shoyo's thoughts. He must have really wanted that strawberry shortcake to invite me on short notice. Crap. Why am I so nervous? Relax. You got this. It will go as planned. Hinata took a deep breath and headed straight to the station. Hinata fiddles with his fingers until he regains his calm. At the station. Hinata looks around. Business as usual. Of course, still no signs of Bīᴛᴛᴇ. It was cut off when he saw a tall blonde leaning on a wall on the other side of the station platform. Hinata shrieks. People around gave him weird looks. He was a little too loud. Hinata hurriedly checked the time. It reads 9:05 a.m. Hinata Shoyo's thoughts. What? We're meeting at 10 a.m., right? I was almost convinced I'm already late. He arrived before I did. How long has he been here? Why is he so early? Should I show myself? What do I say? Worried face. Hinata, still baffled, went to cross platforms to meet up with Tsukishima. Real time. Tsukishima. Tsukishima spun his head to Hinata's call. Tsukishima is now seated at the waiting area. He is wearing a cute yellow hoodie with dino prints. Hinata Shoyo's thoughts. What? He's wearing the same color. Tsukishima-k's point of view. Tsukishima-k's thoughts. This idiot's staring at me again. Is it my clothes? Did I overdo it? But I made sure it was as casual as it can be. Real time. Is there something wrong? And no. Fine. It's good. All good. Tsukishima studied him. Why are you here so early? Hinata jolted. He knew it was coming. I wake up around 4 to do my routine. I had nothing else to do, so I went here early. It was half a lot. He was getting impatient waiting for the time. Not even his wardrobe dilemma kept him at home. But Tsukishima wasn't any different. He had the same problem. He couldn't even sleep after he sent the message. He didn't even know if Hinata was coming. Tsukishima went offline before Hinata could even respond. He was anxious and came too early. What are you doing here so early, Tsukishima? I miscalculated the time. Another lie. One that wasn't well thought of. Despite Hinata's slow witness, he knew Tsukishima would never make that mistake. You don't have to hide it? Tsukishima wasn't prepared for that. Did he figure him out? What? Was the only word that came out. Hinata shook his head before talking. I know you wanted that strawberry shortcake. Just admit that you're excited. Bleh. Hinata sticks his tongue out to tease Tsukishima. Dumb as hell. Expressionless face. Why does it have to be this idiot? Sighs. Huh? What did I do now? Forget it. You can't force your non-existent brain to work. Tsukishima, why do you have to be so mean to me all the time? Don't go on thinking you're special now. Hinata made a face. Humph. When you get older, you're gonna get wrinkles all over your forehead. Hinata ran before Tsukishima could make a comeback. He went to get tickets for the trip. TsukiHina's thoughts. What a way to start the day. Smirking face. Monday, 10:12 a.m. In front of the cake shop. Sign reads. Closed. Tsukishima glanced at Hinata. It says closed on Mondays. How, did you say, you knew this place? Hinata bit the side of his lip. Let's go. Wait. No. But we just got here? Can't be helped. If you want to stand there all day, be my guest. We are leaving? Like I said. Tsukishima spun to look at him. Hinata's disheartened. He spent hours to look for a good place just for him. How could he miss such an important detail? Tsukishima lets out a sigh. Hey, look at me. Hinata wasn't listening. I said, look at me. He commanded. Hinata lifts his head to meet Tsukishima's eyes. I knew this would happen. Disappointment. That didn't seem to help. In fact, it was like rubbing salt to the wound. It was a mistake. He walks towards Hinata, who was sulking, whose head hung low. We're not leaving, dum-dum. Sighs. Tsukishima reaches his hand out and tugs on Hinata's hair lightly. This isn't the only cake shop around. Take it from someone who knows. He waited for an answer. Hinata Shoyo's thoughts. Why, is he touching my hair? Internally screaming. Hinata.exe has stopped working. Tsukishima leans forward to take a peek on Hinata's face. His tomato red face made Tsukishima jump back. Hinata? Are you sick? Tsukishima dragged Hinata to the nearest convenience store he can find who sells ice packs. He paced back and forth while Hinata rests on a bench. Real time. Why am I holding ice packs on my face again? You idiot. You almost passed out on me. If you weren't feeling well, you should have told me. His brows drew together in an anguished expression. Worry took over. If I was a second late, you would have fallen over. I'm fine. I was. Are you mad, Tsuki? Tsukishima's thoughts. You're calling me that now. Well, guess what? It works. Real time. No. It just got a little hot. Hinata felt dizzy. Blood rushed to his head. Tsukishima fever, I would say. Tsukishima takes a seat right next to him. I'm not buying that shit. I swear. I'm fine. No, you're. The ice pack drops on the floor. Hinata grabbed Tsukishima's hand and placed it on his cheek. See? I said I'm fine. I don't want to go home. Tsukishima pulled back his hand away in a flash. His heart cramped. He could feel his face burn. Tsukishima's thoughts. This isn't good for my heart. Damn it. Heart with arrow. He doesn't want to go home. What does that even mean? Tsukishima is starting to lose his cool. Real time. What's wrong with you? It's not sweat. Just water. We should call it a day. No. Are you chickening out? You're not gonna catch my cold because I don't have one. Of course you don't. Idiots don't catch colds. Then it should work out fine. Hinata stands up and storms outside the store with a twisted face. God. I can't with your stubbornness. Facepalm. Tsukishima follows him shortly behind. Hinata stops and goes back inside. What now? He was gonna follow him back inside, but Hinata went out after a minute later. Hinata extended his hand, offered it to Tsukishima. It's not a shortcake. And it's not even strawberry, but that's all I can get for you right now. Monday, 10:16 a.m. Entering a park, a slight breeze rustles the leaves, making them fall on solid ground one by one. Flowers envelope freshly cut grass. The park is barren except for an elderly couple feeding ducks and a few joggers breathing in the fresh morning air. The avenue is lined with large and beautiful trees. The arching branches offer shade above their heads. Benches surround the park. The tall blonde and the short paved their way through the street. It's really pretty. Hinata gaped at the scenery happening upon him. So did Tsukishima. He laid his eyes on Hinata Shoyo. He couldn't agree more. Hinata is a charm. You'd better believe it. Hinata turns his head to see him. Puffed. Ha 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 ha. Tsuki. Flushed face with tears of joy. What's so funny? You should see your face. My face? You have something here. He grabs and pulls Tsukishima by the collar of his shirt, making him lean close. Hinata reaches out to wipe Tsukishima's cream-covered face. Their eyes met. Hinata couldn't help but caress his smooth, fair complexion. Dreamy. Gorgeous. Divine. Not even the word perfect comes close. Tsukishima could feel Hinata's breath fanning on his skin. Their faces, only inches away from the other. The gap between their lips is closing by the second. Tsukishima's heart is beating like a drum. He could almost hear it. Somehow, he was afraid Hinata would too. Hinata felt his heart about to leap out of his chest. It was the first time he got to observe him at such a close range. His gaze got him mesmerized. Closer. 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 The closer they grow, the louder it gets. TsukiHina's and Hinata Shoyo's thoughts. What's this fuzzy feeling? I'm getting dizzy. I feel lightheaded. Tsukishima leans forward. Hinata's eyelids grew heavier till it finally closed shut. And by the second, both their eyes popped open when they heard it flop on the ground. Hinata and Tsukishima shared a look before scrambling away, their backs to each other. Neither dared to turn their heads. Then it occurred to Tsukishima. He was too focused on Hinata, he unconsciously loosened his grip. TsukiHina's and Hinata Shoyo's thoughts. Fuck. What the hell am I doing? What just happened? Tsuki, we, almost. Kissed. Hinata covered his red-seated face. Tsukishima nervously bites on his fingernail. That was so close. We were so close. Hinata was the first one to recover. Real time. When we could buy another. Hinata avoided making eye contact. He's too embarrassed to do so. Tsukishima slightly rubs the back of his neck. No, don't worry about it. TsukiHina's thoughts. This is way too much stimulation. I didn't prepare for this. Hinata peeks at Tsukishima, who was as standoff as usual. But he was red to his ears. Hinata's racing heart couldn't make sense of it. Hinata Shoyo's thoughts. What's this throbbing I feel? Real time. Do you want to share mine? Hinata extends the ice cream on his hand over to Tsukishima. He was surprised by his offer. Tsukishima curled his lip and shifted his glance. TsukiHina's thoughts. Come on. Just do it, wimp. Since when were you afraid of vanilla-flavored ice cream? He took one last glance at him. The look on Hinata's face says he shouldn't decline. Pathetic, K. Without a second thought, he lunged for a taste. Hinata risked a peek. His golden gaze rocked him to the core. Tsukishima licked his fingertips and smiled at Hinata. Thanks. It was very inviting. You can have it. I'll take you instead. Soon. Tsukishima grabbed Hinata's hand holding the frozen dessert. Why don't you have a taste? Smirking face. Tsukishima was pleased to see Hinata all shy. Hinata retrieved his hand in a haste and chomped till the last bite. And strode away from Tsukishima. He was feeling all woozy. Oi shrimp, your legs are too short. Think I won't catch up to you? I can't hear you. Bleh. Tsukishima chuckles and follows him ahead. It's just getting started.